Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Sia Shocks, and today I have guests.
Come on.
Yes.
Best in the building.
Hey,
Best in
guys.
business.
Slap.
Well, actually, you must introduce us, I think.
No, I want you guys to introduce yourselves,
Okay.
and then if you didn't mention something, then I'll add on.
Okay, cool. Six, maybe you start.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys, Kamala Muspolile, Kabelo Mulapo. As he said, my name is Six. Yeah, mostly known as Six. I'm a Bible student at Faith Bible Institute. So yeah, that's where I met this lovely lady.
Come on.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Brother Hughes.
Yes, Brother Lukes. So my name is Hlumisa Manini. I'm also a first-year Bible student at FBI, and yeah, man, just love God. Have a personal relationship with Him, and yeah, man. Obviously, we are classmates at FBI, and
Yes,
I could say a lot more, but I don't know how much of introduction this is supposed to be. So she'll say everything else. Yeah. It's good
Yeah,
to be
man.
here. It's nice to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for honoring the invitation.
Thank you for the
Really
invitation.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
I did my research, but it was not easy, like to do a research on him.
Okay.
This one, he's a radio presenter, so
Okay.
it was kind of easier. He didn't mention that part. He's also a radio presenter on Link FM.
Yes.
Thursdays
Yes.
from
5:30 until 8 p.m. So the name of our show is called The S Factor. Yeah, man, where we simply take a solid stance, for the things of Christ against the things of of Satan and the world. So it's an amazing show. It's a youth show actually. So I think every single person who's young, even if you're above the age of 30, you are young in the Lord. So yeah, man. Yeah, but exactly. You can use your youth like an eagle.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
I didn't know that he was in Link. I
Really?
didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Come on, yeah.
Okay. So the topic for the day for today is fatherhood and the relationship with God. So would you guys please briefly? Okay, rule number one: we're speaking English.
Yes.
Because I don't wanna edit this video. The subtitles, it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
Bible students, then you're doing this
Yeah.
it's your thing.
Yeah.
Six, can you please English?
Wow.
Jesus.
So I speak
I'm not
both
trying
again
to-
and then.
I was not trying to get him. But can you guys please give a brief background, not brief, a background of how you guys grew up?
Yeah.
Yes. He's always putting you on the spot.
Like,
Oh, should I
that's the
start?
thing, yeah,
Okay,
like-
no, it's fine. Okay, I'll start now. I'm really just trying to be a nice person. But if I can tell you a bit of my background now, particularly regarding fatherhood now. So my parents, when I was born and growing up in my early years, my parents were actually married. Were married for probably about 8, close to 10 years when they actually separated and they actually got a divorce. And at the time that the news broke out for me, man, it shattered my heart. I don't think it's nothing that I ever hope that anyone could ever experience. At that point, I was close with my father. I think even the transition into only staying with my mom, only being raised by my mom, I think it was somewhat easier because I'd only see my dad in my earlier years. Every now and then, man, because he worked long distance, worked in other cities, even out of the country at some point. So now, I actually see him during school holidays and all of that. So that actually did affect, a massive part of my well-being growing up. Primary school, yeah, it's like I used to be a naughty kid, and you did touch on something or somewhat of a notion that people. People somewhat have an idea that okay, because you stay with your mom and maybe you find it much easier to relate with the mom. I think also I lacked a lot of discipline in my life because man, every young person, especially young boys, do need a father. Do need to have a father figure, someone of a figure of authority. Because, for example, my dad or a male man could say something to a young person, a young boy, so he said only once. And the boy will listen, but when the mom speaks, they almost have to complain and maybe bring any beating and all that. But the father's voice, that's very important, man. And because I lacked that in my early years, it affected a lot of my discipline And yeah, so much, man. Even academic performance in school and all that. And then going into high school, it was a bit of a different case because then I accepted Christ. And at that point, I now started growing to having God as a father figure.
Sure.
I think that helped in many regards, but there were certain things personally. Also, like with every single believer, it's important to be discipled, right? And for me, while I related with God, in a good way, not having the experience of having a father figure, I think it somewhat, what is this? There was a lack in confidence, in my personal self-confidence. Well, if I look at a lot of my friends, back then in high school, I look at so many friends of mine that grew up with fathers. I'm not saying just because you don't have a father, you won't necessarily have confidence.
Yeah.
But I look at a number of people, young guys, that grew up with their fathers. There's a kind of confidence that they have because a father's voice, brings in that affirmation that he knows how to build a child's confidence. So I lacked that. And going into high school, man, because I was now staying with my mom, my relationship with my dad just wasn't that good. I mean, eventually maturing as a person, as a young man, I had to get to a point where I decided, listen, so many things did happen. My parents separated for whatever reason. That was out of my control. I will not take any blame for it. One thing I am in control of is the relation that I will keep or sustain with my father, and understanding the fact that one day I also aspire to become a father. So I owe it to him, almost to honor him. Maybe for at the very least, like trying to trying to keep cultivate a relationship between the two of us. So because I think whatever you sow, you are going to reap. So man, but everything that has happened in my life, I don't live in like bitterness and all of that, blaming my dad for certain things I didn't have. But now I really just got to a point where I was like, bro, what happened. I choose to be the difference. So yeah. That's basically been my relationship with my dad, and I hope I answered the question correctly.
You did, and you also answered the second one.
Okay, well.
But it's okay, it's fine.
I'm sitting here listening to him, right? And
yeah.
Guys, I grew up without the dad in my life. From the second I came out the womb, he was already out of my mom's life. They were already divorced.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, did they separate during her pregnancy?
Yes.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm like, I don't want to go deep.
I know,
That's how deep it goes. But like, I grew up. He wasn't there. I was the only child that was born without him around.
Okay.
You understand? So others kind of have.
They did experience that.
Yes. Like I always would think, how would life be if I knew him and had him around at first, before he left? I'm listening to you, my brother. It would be a kick. It would be a kick.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that opportunity of having a transition from having him around, and now I don't. You understand me?
Okay.
Now it's simply you. The only person I knew as a parent in my life was my mom. So even on like Father's Day, you grow up and then people are like, write a card for your dad. I'm like, hey, which one is that for? You understand? It's my mom was both mom and dad. You understand? She played that role so much. I think it kind of made me become who I am today, mostly. The way I respect women, the way I handle life in a very open-minded manner. I think and plus he was a pastor, he even kicks more guts. You understand me?
Yeah.
That this person was given my mom, and that's how he treated the whole experience. Like he said that he's able to say, what happened.
Yeah.
I think I'm still going through that phase of what happened because without him, I only learned how to ride a bike when I was like 19. I had to teach myself. These are the minor things that play a role in your confidence in life, that play a role in how you think and your perspectives in life. I had to grow up on my own very fast.
yourself.
You understand me? Because at the end of the day, my mom is a woman.
Yeah.
You understand
There's
me?
only so
Yeah.
much you can
Yeah, you understand me? And then I had to do things on my own. Yes, my mom did try and make us have figures around us, like
Sure.
father figures around us.
Yeah.
Yes, those were there. Like, no man's supposed to be a man without a mentor.
Exactly.
That's one thing for sure. You cannot move on your own.
Yep.
You understand me? So even when it came to being introduced to Christ, he was the only father that I knew. Like, it was easy for me to like rely on him with it was older, because the thing is, the separation between my mom and dad caused a lot of financial imbalance and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then like,
I can relate.
you know,
Yeah.
and the fact that he was out the picture completely also made it like difficult. Like, my mom, like, imagine your parent, like, it made me realize that we're all human. That's what I'm trying to get to. We're all human.
Yeah.
Because she was hurt, and then that hurt us, because now she's trying too hard to be perfect, and then you see that it's messing up with her mind. That's definitely going to mess up with my mind.
Yeah.
A child that is born without both parents around will have mental and emotional issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's true. You guys have different issues, and I have like a total different issue.
Yeah.
Both my parents, they were married, but I didn't grow up. I grew up at my aunt's house, so I didn't stay with my parents. My mom passed away in 2014. So
Sorry.
I don't really have that relation. I don't know how it feels to grow up in front of both your parents. So I'm another case, but this is not about me, it's about you guys.
Would you say at any point you maybe struggled like with accepting people, especially people like trusting people? At any point maybe feel some sort of rejection?
I think so. I think it did. To some extent, I was going to ask you this. The follow-up question was going to be this one. I even struggled to receive the love of God, like when I got saved, for a very long time. But I thought I knew, like I was on the right track with God. All to realize that no, like there's this wall that I've built. Should I say built? But it's my responsibility.
Doesn't it build insecurity, guys? Like, the fact that you don't have both these people that are supposed to be there, but systematically, like,
They're not
it
dead.
does, yes.
And
Doesn't
they're
it
not
cause-
dead, and they're not
This
living
person
their
is
life,
alive.
they're just living their best life somewhere else.
And even when they come back, they're not doing the full job. It causes more questions than anything else. You question not yourself, but you're like, why is my life like this? And obviously it's going to lead into you having insecurity, even towards yourself. Do I deserve to be? You understand me?
Yeah.
So like, when it came to getting God within my life, there was that void. You understand when it says that he feels the void within your heart? When you say that you find completion in him, I got to find that in a nice way, because I was hurt. I was broken. I was lost. You understand me? I was like, stiff this, yes, I want to be a father. You understand me? And I always believed in love. But you understand the generation that we're in now, and how life is like it's like young couples are being attacked on another level.
No, definitely.
I think okay, let me just ask away anyways. Do you guys think, now that you guys are born again, was it a struggle for you guys to also receive the love of God, or to understand God in a fatherly manner, to see him as a father, or it just flowed naturally?
Okay, can I share something which is just an outflow of something Six mentioned like with the insecurity, trusting people and all of that. One of the things I've come to find in life is, there's the saying that goes, hurting people hurt other people. But I think even that phrase is almost like a two-way street. At a point where we're able to make a choice that, okay, because I was hurt, I'm also going to hurt people. Or out of that hurt, you're going to decide, because I was hurt, then I'm going to choose to be different. And for me, the case was, I was at that point, especially when I got born again, was, because my father wasn't there, then I have no choice, then I might as well just give in. Or because I saw the kind of pain that my mom went through, the financial struggle and all of that, let me rather choose to be the difference.
And not be
see
like
that?
him.
Exactly that.
I'm in that spot.
Exactly that. So I have to take time to honor my mom actually, because she's the one who introduced me to God. And it was a season in our lives where we were struggling so much financially, and she challenged me, helped me, or pushed me closer to God. And at that point, I then found true love. As a matter of fact, I'd seen it being exemplified by her, but it made so much more sense for me than once I accepted God. So I think not having the father figure really pushed me closer to God. Not necessarily pushed me away. I think I did mention just before we went on the live that or started recording, that I think sometimes for men, or I'm just really talking from my experience, I think for men it may probably be much easier to relate to God. Many women's, or maybe many ladies that I've noticed, sometimes they find it harder to accept what is this, a man's love or God's love, because for ladies, I think ladies are a lot more emotional, and they're people that love being vulnerable, and because they have not experienced that, then then they find it hard to accept God's love. But for guys, I think we know how to trust.
Sure.
And
Very
very easily.
Very easy.
Okay.
And when you find a figure like God, we take it at face value. Okay, so this is who God is. Then I find it easier to accept.
Who was I talking to saying that a guy, whenever a guy meets something that pleases him or works for him, he's gonna stick by it.
Exactly.
Okay.
You understand?
Exactly.
He's gonna work.
I mean, look at the way that guys just relate with each other. We're very trusting, man. Like, I mean, for example, on Major 6, we just click like that. It wasn't even a thing of, bro, let me just
Yes,
check
you know,
where
let's
it's
see where you're
Like,
going.
No,
each
it's
other
exactly
before you came
exactly
here.
that. With ladies, maybe not so
The
much.
thing is, do you know why you trust? Because you know that each and every experience that you're with, each and every moment that you get, it's an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become.
Men are opportunities.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's why. You understand me? Instead of us just walking in a place,
It's not always a bad thing. Being an opportunity sometimes is a good thing.
yes, it gets you through life. Like, you wouldn't be who you are today if you didn't take an opportunity of doing it.
Exactly.
You understand me? Sometimes you don't have to, like, the title comes out to just box it up, but everybody is an opportunity.
Exactly.
Okay. So would you say also, Six, that you share the same sentiments?
Yes. When it came to my walk with God, like I said, the only person that Zanga Senza must say,
It's fine.
and she warned me. This is why she warned me. Representing Insani right here.
Cool.
Well, like she said, when it comes, oh my gosh.
It's fine. You can
This-
speak
this-
closer.
We never did religious,
worship.
yes, ancestral worship, traditional slaughtering and all that stuff. Never. Like, he's giving big ups to his mom, I'm giving big ups to mine.
No, God.
I love you.
This
I
is
call
so
her
sweet.
Queen Mother.
Yeah,
Moms.
you probably should have shot this like on Mother's Day, eh? Or like around Father's Day.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know God.
Okay.
And how to walk with God. And how to imagine, like, it's a woman that has been hurt by a man of God and still walks with God. Shows that you're not supposed to look at a person, you must look at God himself. You understand me? That's what it taught me.
Do you know what I'm taking from what you guys are saying? It is that you guys received love from your mother. So it's about love. It's just about receiving love. So I think the issue with me is that I didn't even receive it from both parents.
Okay.
So I just blamed my dad, since we know God as a father figure. But it's both from both parents. Because you guys received love from your mothers, and then you were able to receive God's love like easily. So it flowed. So
Can I say something?
yes,
Remember in class when they said that when you see someone that's sitting there alone, it's how you show them love will make it easier for them to change and then transform their lives into Christ. You understand me? Whoever introduced you to Christ, it was sometimes it might not be the family, your immediate family, but your family in Christ that can make you see who God's love is. You understand me? He even says in the Bible, like, hate your own mother, like, because of the mere fact that man can fail you.
Yeah.
but God won't.
Yeah.
And you never know which angel is going to be sent to you
Yeah.
in order for you to see who he is. The reason that we need to be broken is to see who he is. The reason why we were born in such families is to see who he is, not who man is.
Yeah.
Trust me, I would have been astray right now if I looked at man.
Yeah.
Yes, I had my faults, but I had to understand the fact that my faults are going to get me close to him. His faults, my father's faults, are what's going to get me close to him. You understand me? If I had a perfect life, trust me, I wouldn't look at God the way that I see him today.
Sure. Look, that's so deep.
Yeah.
That's so deep.
Come on.
I think I feel like I'm processing a lot of things now. Like this is dealing with me.
Yeah.
I feel like I should listen to this video when we're done. And then when I'm shooting another
Come
one,
on.
I'll start
Come on.
from this part.
Yeah, come on.
I think I should.
Yeah, praise God.
How would you guys define love? How would you define love?
It's interesting because we can't take love on. Dude,
God is love.
God is
God
love.
is love.
That's
It's
right.
interesting because, well, okay, let me first give the dictionary definition. Someone gave it.
Really?
Come on.
I think
Okay, let me.
No, okay.
Okay, let me neither give the dictionary definition nor the one that says God is love, but
your personal.
man, love is sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's no true love without giving.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm gonna have to like point to the Bible because the Bible gives the best
The best,
explanations,
yes.
the best definitions. The way that Jesus says it in John chapter 15, verse 13, he says, "Greater love has no man than this, than a man laying down his life for his friends." So you know that someone truly loves you when they're willing to give up so much, when they're willing to even die for you. What is this? And I saw that with my mom. With God so loved the world that He gave. He gave something that was so precious to Him. For Him, or for me, really, I think love. Okay, I'm not sure what this question, what kind of context is pointing to, but for me,
You can just go wherever you want.
Love in general.
Yeah. So true love, if we're talking maybe in the context of relationships, romantic, someone really loves you when they're willing to give up so much for you, to be with you, to do so many things for you. So yeah, I hope I've answered that question correctly.
Mr. Sigis.
Uthando. Lirato. Love.
Love.
Jesus.
Love.
That's love.
We love that we
It's
want.
only love. True, it's only love that we want. Guys, jeez. Without hearing that, for God so loved the world that He gave us His only Son, we wouldn't know about Christ. Who is this Son? You understand? That's the whole epiphany of gospel.
Yeah.
Sure.
You understand? It's love. The reason that we're here on earth is to love. For me, love is sacrifice.
Sure.
Love is being willing. Love is commitment. Love is working hard. Love is also patient.
Yeah.
I know I might be.
You can take
you see
guys,
from the
yes,
Bible.
you can take from the Bible.
The
from
thing
love
is,
walk.
this is our manual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
You understand me? Without this,
It's not just for aesthetics.
Yes, it's not because now we're in Bible Institute that we,
Yeah.
Quoting the
It's-
Bible.
As a matter of fact, we probably should have put the podcast there.
Imagine.
Honestly.
and then we do this.
Alright? Yeah.
True, guys, love is patient.
Yeah.
You get to learn to love someone.
Yeah.
In order for me to know that I love God, when those words came out my mouth, bro, I felt it in my heart.
Yeah, yeah.
I love God. And
Yes.
that's when that encounter happens. That's when you're also willing to change. You understand? That's what love is. It's an us thing. You do your own introspection. You go in your corner. You ask yourself, what do I have to do to maintain this? You understand? That's where that working hard comes in. You must deliberately be willing to be with this person, to have this. You understand? That's why they say when you love money, it's a root of all evil. Because now you're committing to making that money, that each and everything that's going to cause you to make money, you're going to focus on. And then you lose your mind on that thing, on another thing that's going to keep you straight. That's why it's idolatry. Love causes you to idolize. I don't even know the number.
Yeah.
Love is power. Your love is powerful.
It's a superpower.
No, it's a superpower.
It is.
Love is truth.
Okay.
Love is genuine. Love is your. I could go on and on and on because guys, like, even I'm an artist. I see you didn't do your research on me. Guys, I'm an artist.
I did.
Me, I'm a
actually.
vocal.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Giving us Trey songs.
Please.
Hey.
So, like, swear, once I had my encounter with God and changed my name from 6 to 6OG, 6 of God, that everything of that I do is of His essence, and that is love. I mostly do love songs, so that's the gospel. That's who I am. Like, yeah.
Sure, that's good. You guys mentioned something. I'm sorry for not. I do know that you're an artist. You know that I know that, but I'm sorry for not like putting it out there. You mentioned something about insecurities. Did you guys struggle to make friends? Like, was it an issue for you guys to make friends? Because even with friendships, like, there are these walls that we build because of our backgrounds. So do you guys think since you are males, did you guys struggle to make friends or to receive people who were trying to persuade you guys as friends?
Thanks. For me, it's insecurities towards myself more than others.
Okay.
What builds that wall for me was insecurities towards others. Because I feel like if you cut at me now, you understand me, that means that you're gonna carry on manipulating who I am. Because I'm a loving person. You understand? Not that you can walk on me like a carpet, but if we have a friendship, I'm gonna keep it all. You understand me? Because I've seen what not giving it all does.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, like making friends is easy for me, but you end up being an acquaintance to me very easy. That's where it became. My trust issues came because of my insecurity towards myself. Because I couldn't see myself worthy to be loved. And being had and appreciated. So,
Okay. Well, for me, talking about insecurities, I did mention it at the start that I noticed not having a father figure in my life. Had an effect on my confidence or approach through life or towards life. Because a father figure is a voice of authority, and when they speak something, whether it's true or not, is irregardless because it actually sticks. And for me, not having that, someone to affirm me, because each and every single young person's identity is really built, after or according to the father. So man, the father figure is a figure that you follow and you basically find your identity. So exactly, a shepherd, a mentor, your first mentor or first leader. And for me, not having that, it resulted in me having a lack of confidence towards life, a lack of confidence, or a lack of understanding of my own personal abilities, my own talents. For example, approaching certain things like esports. I look back now and I realize I had a lot of potential, but I didn't live up to it simply because I didn't believe it, and I didn't have someone who would actually speak into that. We can't just rely on friends and all that. You see, the father is a person you can run to. Say, for example, something happens at school and you report it to your dad. Like for example, can I say this in Xhosa? And I'll translate it to English. Like for example, something happens at school, maybe someone bullies you. You threaten them. Why? Because or I will tell my dad. Simply because the father is that person, is that figure of authority that you can trust and rely on. So they build your self-esteem, they build your confidence. And for me, the result was a number of things, man, like academics, sports. I just didn't give it my all because I simply believe I wasn't good enough.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. This is part 1 of a 2-part video. So the second part will come up next week, Thursday. Please, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share the video, guys. I love you so much. Bye.